Some people said it was a little crazy for me to come up here and do a eulogy, but I find that we owe it to Ed to speak a little bit about his life. The brown bag story he did write, and if any of you have ever been over to Ed's house, he lived a little bit like a bachelor. It was a very relaxed environment. So as my friends and I were searching through things, we found one of those brown bags. And in it was a note to God. So I will share this note from Ed to the family, because he wrote it to us, and then I can talk a little bit about Ed as being a husband, a father, and then a friend. So, on September 21st, 2002, at 11:25 in the morning, my father wrote this note to God and put it inside a brown bag at his house. He said, "Dear God, now is the time I stop worrying. Number 1, I know that Marianne will take care of her health, forgive her past, and Terry will take care of the family, and Marianne and the family will return to God. Number 2, Mike will return to his religious roots, come back to the church, keep his health, and make sure he makes right choices. Number 3, Brittany and Patrick, at the time there was no Nicholas, now there's a Nicholas, so I'll add you in, buddy. Hi. Brittany, Patrick, and Nicholas, his grandchildren, do well in school. Keep your health and be faithful in God. And 4, Ed, relax. Tear down those walls." He signs it Ed, and then he writes a PS to God. Thanks. So, if Ed were standing here today and he's with us, he would actually tell each and every one of you thank you. Because that's what he did. He gave more of himself than what he truly had to give. And that came to light when he was a husband. My mother was buried, and the funeral was in this very church. And some of you here today were there on that day almost 30 years ago. He took care of her in a way that I don't think I've ever seen anyone take care of somebody else. And the admiration that he had for his wife, Sharon, was unbelievable. And he did such a good job at protecting Marianne and I from everything that was going on so that we could continue to be children and continue to have fun and grow up and do well in school and be successful. As a father, he didn't know which side he should choose, the Irish or the German. But he played both sides very well, and it was a lot of fun in the Ziener household. Needless to say, we had some great arguments and we had some great times, and he really did put forth us first, even when he had cancer, even when he lost his wife, even when he was diagnosed again with another cancer, and another, and another. He still cared and gave everything he had to his family and his friends. And I finally will finish up with his friendships. My father's a 51% shareholder in McDonald's. For those of you who have spent many hours at McDonald's enjoying breakfast and coffee and great conversation, listening to my father talk about how he thinks other things should be done better, you know what I'm talking about. He was always interested in helping others and being an advocate for everyone. So, as I want to finish up this day, as we celebrate the rising of my father, him being out of suffering, him reunited with his wife and his mom and dad, I would like for each of us all to please stand up and let's have a round of applause and a standing ovation for Edward Joseph Ziener. Clap your hands like this. Thank you very much.